I'm not judging anybody. I feel that I have a pretty low social economic status right now. As an entrepreneur, not making the most money. I think that I do things that are like dirty. Like my room's kind of trashy. And my car is not the best. Like I have things about me that are like dirty. And I don't even dress that nice. I leave my house all the time wearing flip-flops, basketball shorts, thermal sweatshirt, just like I wear here in my room. I wear that everywhere I go. And that's kind of slummy, dirty looking. And I just don't care, and that could have to do with me being like a poor guy. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's okay to be dirty. It's okay not to care. I like it. I like people underestimate me too. I like people to say, look at this dirty, poorly dressed, doesn't give a crap individual. What a failure. And little do they know that I'm building a robot army and I could become famous as one of the world's leading historical geniuses in the field of technology. And I might revolutionize the field of robotics and artificial intelligence. And after everybody's dead, I'll be the guy that your great-great-grandkids have to learn about in history class as one of the greats. But everybody looks at me like, look at this guy walking around in his basketball shorts. What a piece of crap. So we'll see. Or I might fail and be seen as just another wannabe roboticist that can't even make the arm move. I don't think that's going to happen, but who knows? I mean, I can smile about that because I don't believe that for a second, but it's still funny to imagine from an outsider perspective that reality, which could very much be a possibility from another person's perspective, but I personally can't see it. And that's because of the amount of knowledge and understanding I have in these fields at this point. It's all easy to me now. I mean, this is going to be no problem. It's just like math. Once you take your math class, when you first walk in, you might see a sample problem on the board when you're sitting down. You're like, what? What do we have to learn now? This is crazy. And then after you figure it out, it's just like shrug doing homework problems. It's not, it's brainless. It's easy once you figure it out. And that's how I see the robot project at this point. It's just a shrug homework problem. Just gotta go through the brainless motions because I understand everything already. That's why I can smile at the doubters. It's almost to me like people doubting that I can go to the bathroom and go number 2. It's like, I've done it a million times. Why would you doubt that? All I have to do is sit down and relax, and it just happens. That's the equivalent of me making a robot now. It's like me sitting down on the toilet and relaxing. That's how much of a no-brainer it is for me. Have you ever walked around looking at people in basketball shorts thinking that? Yeah, I think so. Maybe. I mean, I have to assume so. Yeah, I purposefully get pleasure looking slummy because I like people to underestimate me. And I want to be like a low-key millionaire someday, or billionaire. I want to be that broke-looking guy driving a beat-up car. Everybody disrespects me because I'm just another poor man, not worth their time. And nobody knows that I'm actually a billionaire. And if they knew, they'd all want to be my friend. They'd want my autograph. They'd ask me for loans. I consider it like on Beauty and the Beast, how the witch lady comes in disguise as like an old woman wearing like raggedy clothes. And nobody knows that she's this powerful, beautiful enchantress. And so she gets to see what people are really like. She gets to see behind the curtain their true nature. Because everyone treats her with nothing to gain, they treat her from their self. Now, if she showed up as a powerful, beautiful enchantress, do you really think the prince would have treated her the way he did? Absolutely not. He would have given her the best room, a big feast. He would have thrown a party at her arrival. He would have kissed the ground she walked on. And she would have never cursed him and turned him into a beast because she would have been treated like royalty. Because she would be presented as royalty. And so that's what I enjoy. By me being seen as a pauper, a piece of crap, a failure, a raggedy dressed person, I get to see people's true nature, and I get to be low key, just observing, and it's really cool. But it's not cool if you actually are poor and never going anywhere and stuff. I mean, that's kind of like frustrating. Unless if you can humble yourself to accept that that's your existence, and that's cool too. But to be a secretly very wealthy, successful person, I think that's way cooler. Because then you have the self-satisfaction of knowing you're successful, but then also get to be presented in a humble way, which will help you to stay humble. It's the best of both worlds. It brings all of the anonymity and the humbleness and the simplicity of being a broke person, while also allowing you to achieve all of the personal satisfaction and sense of accomplishment, as well as financial security of being a wealthy, successful person. A lot of celebrities say, I hate being famous and rich because it brings with it along with it a lot of backstabbers and friends that are only friends because you have money and all this stuff, people trying to steal from you. And so that's why they don't like being wealthy and successful. But if they were able to be wealthy and successful, but be low key about it, and not be famous, but be wealthy secretly, they'd have the best of both worlds. So that's kind of my ideal.